Greetings. Dr. Thomas here with Deanna.
Hello.
And tonight we have something special. We're at Books Etc. over in Macedon. So quaint little bookshop here that we've both been going to for a while now. I think it's been coming up with 5 years this April for me. And Deanna about a year. 2 years now. We meet here on Thursday nights with a group of people that are wonderful just to talk about things in life and all that stuff. So we thought, why not do a talk tonight and do a little different. What we're trying to really shift to is where people have questions. And we've done this past couple of talks we've done together, and then we just provide channeled answers. And these are not questions like, oh my goodness, when am I going to meet my Prince Charming? If you ask that question, we'll get a whole different answer that you don't expect from that. But that's what we're doing tonight. And so we're here. We have two amazing people with us. They're off camera, so you don't see them. But they may speak or pop their head in every once in a while. But for those that don't know, I'm a certified healer, a channeler, a teacher. But more than anything, one of the healings we do and what we do is all about activating you. It's about creating this renewal inside of you, this rejuvenation of who you are. That's what we're doing. Even in this question and answer session with Spirit, that's what we're doing. And so with that, I'm going to ask Deanna to just take a moment and just set a tone as we begin tonight.
So everyone who's watching, put your body in a comfortable position. Feet on the floor, on the couch, on the table, wherever you're comfortable. I'd like you just to take a few deep breaths, in and out at your own pace. And focus and listen. Listen to your heart. Listen to what it is that drives you. Listen for the questions. And then listen for the answers.
And so we start tonight with a simple thing. It kind of builds off what was said in the beginning. This idea of renewal. This idea of rejuvenation. This idea of why. Why are we renewing? What are we rejuvenating? We must understand we are almost through the first period of transition. It has been thousands of years on this planet. Restarts. Reboots, if you want to call it that. To get to this point where we as humanity has chosen the path of co-creation, of creating this loving environment to reach the purpose that we all have, which is simple. We've talked about it before. The purpose is there to create an unbiased love. And to go through that, we had to go through all the other crap of the decades and the years and the centuries. But in the 80s, the late 80s, as a species, we officially said yes. We are ready for that path, for this co-creation, for this new dawn for humanity on this planet, to fulfill the purpose that we're here for. With that shift, we made a couple things. The biggest thing that many people are not ready fully understanding yet, the idea of karma. Karma was never a bad thing, and is not a bad thing. It always pushed us where we wanted to go. But with the harmonic conversions of the 80s, karma became no longer relevant to what we needed. The energy shifted in the 90s to a point that science has proven the energy shifted in multiple different ways. Those kids born after the late 80s, early 90s, all of them came into this life already with a higher vibration, a higher frequency than those born before then. We, born before then, we had to work on becoming higher vibrational. Releasing karma, because we brought it with us. Those they did not. And so it is. As we go through this time of transition to where we're at, we are now at a point where we can be different. No longer does karma push us where we want to go. We are co-creating. And when you release that karma, you release it. You now create that which is going to come forth for you. Much easier and better. You are creating the lessons. You are creating what you want. You are creating your abundance. The old agendas you've written out, those contracts, are much more easily broken, released. Because you create now, from the moment that you are in. And it all happened when we chose this path over the other path of Armageddon and destruction. That's where we are today. And so we look at the generation that's grown up, this generation that's younger. They're already more, and I don't like this word, but more enlightened, which means they understand more and are willing to learn and grow. They're more loving, more giving, less about the society standards and norms of the past, and more about what is right, feels right, should be right. And that's a huge difference. You see that in work and in society and how we live. Family is more important. That balance is more important. Living is more important. And that is where we're shifting to. And oh my goodness, oh my gracious, what has happened? We are at the end 4 years of this shift here that we're in now. Take us to the next stage. And we are now really progressing. And we are seeing that now with all that's going on. With that said, I look to Deanna. If she has any questions, or anyone in our audience has any questions tonight that they have that they just want to know about.
Perhaps you could speak to us about frequencies and higher vibrations and more forward-moving stories and maybe some examples.
When we are first born here, we are first born on this road, we are actually born at a much higher vibration than we are right now. At that point of our life when we were just born, we are actually... we are so close to the other side. We are so close to our original source, our pure embodiment, that our vibration is super high. It is super high. If you put it on a scale of 1,000, we're closer to the 600 to 700. Babies now, the new babies. So us coming in, we are closer to 200 to 400, and then we slowly start losing that. We lose that as the age, typically around the age 6 or 7, as we fully go back down to a lower number. This generation, our generation, we probably went back down to the double-digit numbers. Because what we did is we got indoctrined. We often say this, we say this there. What happens to us is we often put like little, it's like post-it notes are put onto us. And they're put onto us, and we get these little sticky things. Every time we meet with someone, we have these rules put onto us. We have these stereotypes put onto us. We are then becoming that which we are told we are. That which we must live by. And we're losing that which we are in our truth and authentic self. And what we want to do is begin shaking free from all that. And many times with people in our generation, that these generations here that are older, what we've had to do, pretty simply, was unfortunately go through something traumatic, a life-changing event. Not necessarily near death, but something in our life that really changes, made us step backwards and rethink everything. Almost like we were broken and we need to be rebuilt, refixed. And it's at that point, when you can acknowledge in yourself that there's something different out there, something you don't know, something you haven't found, you begin resonating, seeing different changes. Your vibration gets a shift. Now, you look at that, and we're gonna show you what it actually measures. You've got there's a vibration within you that's a full body thing. You can't fully understand it until you understand it, how it sees and how it looks and how it feels, and you really understand the full body embodiment of it. Your heart center is your largest magnetic field. If you imagine a beam of light just coming out of there and spreading 6 to 20 feet out in front of you, that is your magnetic field, your own field. But the key isn't really fully that. That is the beginning point of all of this. The vibration you're putting out there starts from there. But it's your body yourself, because you're in a physical state here with the spiritual side of it. Your body itself is fully connected in a way that you don't understand yet, because you don't understand how your cells work, how your DNA works. If you would simply just open your eyes, your mind, and talk to your cells and ask them to increase their vibration, and increase your vibration, your whole body will shift. Every little muscle, every little cell in your body will begin to expand and just vibrate to this higher level, increasing this vibration, increasing that field, making it a higher level of state. You can do that once, you can do that twice, but to live it is a much bigger task, because you have to understand who you are. And as you understand more fully who you are, you begin to understand you can talk to your body yourselves. You understand you're living with this love sense. You understand this joy, passion, this happiness that you have internally, which is already you. It makes it easier for the cells to vibrate higher and expand. Because of your DNA, think about this. Your DNA, when given love and light and positivity, it expands and it grows and it just emits this energy. This energy is a frequency that's in your body. When it's put all together, it is your vibrational shift, your energy, your frequency that's coming up. The studies about water show this very well. If you just give praise and love and happiness to water, it will create these amazing crystalline forms, this purity about it. But when you do the opposite, the DNA will shrink. These crystalline forms in water will disappear. That growth, that energy, that expansion is no longer there. And so it all stems, once again, with finding out who you are. Understanding you are fully connected. That you are in this new age of co-creation. And with it, you can rise up and increase your vibration, increase what comes around you. And when you do that, think about that. When you're more energetic, you're more fulfilled, your higher vibration, your heart center comes out there. Now, when you want abundance and you're looking for things, you've got a stronger energy coming out there. You've got a bigger attraction coming in, because you're putting out the energy and attracting more at a higher level and a higher vibration, because you're at the more positive feed. And everything expands around you, because you yourself are an expansion of the universe. When you are this way. Does that make sense?
Yes. Can you maybe give some examples to maybe some young people on how to raise their vibrations? Certain methods, maybe?
Would you like to take this?
Yeah. The easiest answer is remember. The hardest thing to do is remember.
Just talk.
I am.
As you.
Understand the connections, understand that we're all linked on one level or another. And understand that as you wish to rise, you have to rise yourself, elevate the ones around you. How do we do that? We do that with unity. We do that with understanding and joy, but most of all, love. Remember who you are. Do that which makes your heart sing. And that will elevate. That will help you. Do for others if that makes your heart sing. The truth is, in order to elevate yourself, you have to remember that you are already there on one whole level that you just can't see right now. And you need to open your heart, and you need to remember. And you remember by doing, you remember by loving. You remember by allowing yourself to feel love for yourself as much as love for others. And that's probably one of the best ways that you can work on elevating yourself, is walking in a state of love, walking in a state of compassion. Follow the masters who taught us love for your fellow man, compassion for all, and find the joy in anything, because every single thing will give you a sense of peace. Every single thing will provide you a lesson to move you forward, to help you understand and see that the connections between all of us. So moving in love is probably your best way to get started. Does that help?
Yes, very much so.
Can I ask a follow-up on that?
Absolutely.
So, if there are days where maybe you're just feeling like you didn't get good sleep, you're feeling down, like symptoms of just depression, anxiety, and you're not connecting to that love within, does that prevent us from getting into that higher vibration? Is that something, because sometimes those are the days where I'm most nervous, like, oh, I'm struggling, I want to feel better, I'm not getting there. Am I not able to manifest today? Does that make sense?
Do you want to take that?
Nothing prevents you from getting into the higher vibration. It does not, that the thinking of the old, the thinking of the ways that it used to be, was you had to go through this ceremony and this process to get to the higher vibration. No, absolutely not. By thinking you need to go through ceremony and all this stuff is no more than you believing into the old and saying that you need to go through. It's you stopping yourself because you're saying, I need to do this, and this first in order to get to there. When you are in those moments, it's okay to feel them. We all do. And it does take practice. Because we all, human in particular, have gone through these moments of deep, oh my goodness, woe is me. From little things to big things. And the only true way to move forward and get over it is by experiencing it. And every time you're experiencing it, learning from that and how you dealt with it. And the thing to remember, first, feel it, accept it, understand it's there. And do not ask the question, why? But ask the question, what do I need to learn? And then know that what is behind the corner, where I'm heading, is something beautiful and amazing that I've been waiting for. But I had to get through this first, because there was a lesson I needed to learn. If we just handed you what you wanted, you would not even ask for it anymore. You would not think you needed to feel it and love it and understand it. You would just think it was a little gift, and you got the gift, and it's like, oh, you can throw it out because it doesn't make anything. But if you go through it and understand, oh, and then you see what happens, and you went through that and you're able to overcome it, it means you've understood and you've grown yourself. And then when you receive it, you appreciate it more. And the next time something happens, it's not going to be as big or strong, but you're going to be like, oh, well, I just remember this happened there, and all I need to do, feel it. What do I need to learn from this? And I know I need to learn this because what's going to come next is going to be amazing, and it's going to take me there. And sometimes we have to do the things we are uncomfortable with because it means releasing. A lot of times it means we're releasing something that was holding us back, but we did not want to let it go. This is big when it comes to relationships, where people are like, oh my goodness, I really want this, but why am I only finding this? Because you were stuck on that, or that person. And until you let that person go, truly, you're not going to be there. Until you let this go, you're not going to get there. You let this job go, you're not going to get there. You understand that this job is about this, but you really wanted this. Well, then don't focus on that part of it. Focus on what you want. And here's a good example of the job. There was a time when he was doing a job and he hated it. And we kept on saying, don't give up, just stay. He was wanting to look elsewhere, we're like, no, not yet. He stayed, but he kept on saying, what I really want to do is this. What I really want to do is this. What I really want to do is this. And you know what happened next? The boss goes to him, well, things have changed here. We need someone to do this. And we're going to give you more money to do this. And it's like, oh, it was exactly what he wanted. And it came. Because he focused on what was going to come. And what he wanted, instead of focusing on, oh my goodness, what he did not like. And so when you're in those moments, understand that we are always with you. If you need to, it sounds silly and corny, take your hand and hold it out. Any way you want to hold it out. He likes to hold it down and open like this. Hold it out. And just say, can you hold my hand? Can you give me a hug? Oh yeah, they see they're giving me a hug now. Then you will know they are there. And just know, yes, you might not see how it's going to happen. But if you're able to just take that moment and ask, what do I need to learn? Understand, as you go through this, you're learning through this, you know what's going to happen in front of you is amazing. You're then allowing that amazing to come. And it'll be something that you truly will appreciate and keep with you as you move forward. And with that, if you have another question, we can do one more question. If not, we'll go right into a healing. Is there any other questions? Remember, it's not to matter how old you are or how many times you've been in this life and all that stuff, or even where you are in the journey. At any point in your journey, I know, for those that need to, you can say, I release my karma. You might have to say it many times and for many days, based on how ingrained it is and how close it is to you. Remember that magnetic field around you? Well, there are things already there. And you can release the karma, but things that are close, then are going to get coming faster to you, so you can release it. Things that are outside that field are not going to hit you because they're going to go away. But at any point, any age, no matter where you are in your journey, you can shift into that higher frequency by understanding you are love. You are amazing. You are here for a purpose, to create this life. And amazing things are coming around the corner for you. And no matter what you go through, if you keep that into you, your vibrational baseline will shift up. And you'll see things come faster and easier. And you will truly expect amazing, unexpected things. With that, close your eyes. Close your eyes. And just take a deep breath in. Follow that breath down your lungs, up your spine, and it reaches back the top of your spine where the pineal gland is. Hold it there for a second. for releasing it. When you asked us about frequencies, we talked a little bit about the vibration and your frequency, but do you realize that as you breathe in and it goes down and comes back up and holds your pineal gland itself is like a radio antenna, sending out and receiving. So if you hold it there and you activate it, you begin yourself to now activate your crown chakra frequencies and the field around that even bigger. Attracting in more of what you've been wanting, creating different wave frames for you to truly connect internally with what you believe to be external. Follow that breath. Breathe in. Hold and breathe out. The abundance you seek is all around you. It's there, within your reach, within your grasp. Activate your cells and your DNA with that love and the positivity. Expand your magnetic field around you, attracting that which you truly desire to come to you in amazing, unexpected ways. Talk to yourselves. Tell them that we together are wonderful and we want to increase our vibration, and they will rejoice and they will expand, causing an increase in your vibration. And the more you stay in the positivity and in the love, the easier it is to remain at that level, and it becomes your baseline, your joy. And you can always slowly increase that. Remember who you are. Be who you are. Machanan Koreata Shatia Korambashata Hoshitan Koreata Bonyana Shatia